We're here today at Te Papa with Dr. Scott Schaefer and Dr. Jennifer Newell from the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. Drs. Schaefer and Newell are here in New Zealand to participate in the repatriation of 107 items of Maori and Moriori remains that have been in the care of the American Museum of Natural History for many years. They were welcomed back to Aotearoa today with a powhiri here at Te Papa. Can you tell us a little bit about how the repatriation came about?
It began with a series of correspondences between Te Papa and our chairperson of anthropology, Dr. Laurel Kendall. I don't know how many letters, exchanges were involved at that time, but this was 2+ years ago. Conversation about might there be an opportunity to engage the museum in the idea of a repatriation, because we know that the Te Papa had been approaching several of our sister institutions previous to that contact, and so we were generally aware of it. From that early conversations, the opportunity next grew with the joint opening of the Whales exhibition in New York. And for that event, a team of exhibits people came and worked with our people to put the exhibit in place. The repatriation team also accompanied them to participate in the opening, principally in a blessing, a Maori blessing of the space and of the exhibition. So that provided an opportunity to have them come, talk to us, share their stories, engage with us on the importance of their program, how it came to be, how it works, how it operates. From there on out, it was a very smooth, very quick process, because we have a structure in place for repatriation at the museum. We have permanent dedicated staff in our Cultural Resources Office that manage our North American repatriations, and we've done quite a number of those over the most recent years. So with the Whales exhibition and our getting to know the repatriation team, they sent back a formal request. We then went through our channels. Ultimately, a recommendation from our scientific staff went to the Board of Trustees. They made the final decision and agreed with us unanimously to make this repatriation at this time.
Jennifer, can you tell us a little bit about your particular role in the repatriation process? Because obviously you were the guardian of the tupuna while they were in New York.
Yes, well, I've been at the museum for nearly 3 years, and as I was arriving, the discussion was starting between Te Papa and the AMNH, and so it was a really good time to arrive. And I already knew some of the people here at Te Papa, and so it was quite easy to have those conversations, and we just phone each other up and chat, or have Skype conversations and email, and just move things along. And it all went very smoothly, and I've been able to be part of all the logistical arrangements, which of course there are always so many to arrange at both sides, and in welcoming the delegations. And Scott and I had Maori lessons at Te Atiawa Maori, so we were able to help with welcoming people properly, and also being able to participate fully in the ceremony here today in the powhiri. Yeah, so there's been many aspects to the process, but it's been a really wonderful and very positive and warm experience all around, and I've really appreciated being able to get to know everyone here better, and we've formed really good friendships, so it's great.
And so you would have had a handover ceremony in New York. Was that, tell us a bit about that, was that using Māori protocols and American protocols?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we had a handover ceremony at the museum on Monday, and that was primarily using Maori protocols, but within our setting, and it was tailored to meet both sides, but it was very much crafted with respect to Maori protocols from beginning to end, really. And we had a wonderful advisor in New York, Te Papa, and she's been a really great help to us in making sure that we're doing the right thing, and that we made sure that everything was properly designed so that it would be a fitting send-off to the tupuna.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say that it was very formal, very respectful, but on a very much smaller scale. And on our side, it was limited to a few remarks from our senior leadership, but more importantly, it offered the opportunity for direct participation of some of our collection staff in the anthropology division, the people that had been caring for the puna for all these years. That was very nice.
Yes.
Moving on both sides.
It was very moving. We're all, everyone felt it was a very special occasion, and we were able to, Scott and I, give our mihi, and then we had a nice waiata at the end, and so it was really nice to be able to bring in some of our colleagues from our sister institutions as well. So the recently arrived Maori curator at the Met, Mai Nuku, came and sang with us as well, so that was great. Yeah.
So what did you think of the powhiri today?
Overwhelming.
To be involved in that.
Overwhelmingly emotional. Never experienced anything like this. Just to be sitting across the hall, the space from so many tribal elders and invited guests here that have a direct tie to the importance of this ceremony is overwhelming.
Very special occasion. It will always be with me, and I think it's one of those incredibly important moments in one's life when one feels this is something which is going to change you in all sorts of ways you're not even aware of yet. I think it was a very, very important, for me personally. Yeah.
And what does the repatriation kind of mean for the American Museum of Natural History? Obviously you're involved in other repatriations, as you said, a lot in North America. Is this the first one to the Pacific that the museum has?
Well, there was a repatriation to Hawaii, so I count that as Pacific, yes, so that's definitely, that's right. Although it's seen under that banner, it's seen to be part of the NAGPRA process. It was, so that's the only repatriation so far to the Pacific.
I think it's also an opportunity for our museum to continue to embrace the importance of this process to the different cultures around the world. We have extensive collections, and this is one of the largest, obviously, but it's particularly important for our institution in that we're now able to understand much better than in previous years just how important this process is to so many people. So it validates what we do, it strengthens our belief that the process is moving forward appropriately, and we take this all very seriously.
I think one of the great things about the repatriation process is the way it brings people together, and we are returning people home, but we are also bringing together people from two sides of the Pacific in a really very special bond, and it's something which has been hugely important for all of us, and I hope the ancestors appreciate that although they've been away for a long time, that their coming back home has brought more people here to a feeling of home here in New Zealand.
Hopefully I can remember the Maori that I spoke today for many, many years to come. At this point, all I can remember to say is no reira, tēnā koutou katoa.